All right, let's dive into a simple but really profound idea that could honestly change your relationship with, well, everything. We're going to break down this concept of the present moment and why it might just be the only place where life is actually happening.
So let's kick things off with a pretty fundamental question, one that most of us, if we're being honest, rarely ever stop to consider. I mean, we think about what happened yesterday, we worry about what we've got to do tomorrow, but where are you right now in this very second?
And that's the wild part. The most profound truth isn't some big, hidden secret you have to go searching for. It's actually the most obvious thing in the world. And it's the one thing we manage to overlook almost every single moment of our lives. Okay, so let's get into this by first understanding the trap that pretty much all of us are living in. And it's an illusion, one that's created entirely by our own minds. So check out this comparison. It really lays it all out, doesn't it? Our minds are constantly slicing time into past, present, and future. But the idea here is that the past and future, they aren't real places. They only exist as thoughts, right? As mental ideas. The only thing that is ever truly real is this moment, right now. And this isn't just some abstract philosophical concept. Living mentally in the past or the future, treating the present like it's just a stepping stone to get somewhere else, that has very real consequences. It actually creates this constant state of internal conflict, this nagging feeling that something is always off, always missing.
So, if the past and the future are just illusions, what can we actually hold on to? What's the one thing in your entire life, from the day you were born until this very second, that has never changed?
And when you really think about it, it makes perfect sense. Your body changes, your relationships change, where you live, what you think. Literally everything in your life is in a constant state of flux. But the one thing that has always been there, it's the now. Life is always happening now. Here's the thing. You can't actually escape the now. I mean, you can try. You can distract yourself with thoughts all day long, but your body, your breath, your very existence, it's always rooted right here. So if you can't run from it, why not welcome it? Why not make it your friend? This leads us to a really practical shift in how we look at things. And this isn't about being passive or just letting things happen. It's about becoming way more effective by actually aligning with reality. The approach here is surprisingly simple, really just 3 steps. First, just recognize the moment for exactly what it is, without judgment. Second, accept it, and that means you have to stop arguing with what is. And finally, befriend it. Start to see this moment as an ally, not some enemy you have to overcome. And this is where it gets really powerful. When you stop resisting the present moment, you stop fighting against the entire universe. You literally align yourself with the flow of life. And it's only from that place of alignment that you can become a real agent for positive change. Okay, so now we need to make a kind of subtle but absolutely crucial distinction. See, we often confuse the present moment with whatever is happening in it. And they are not the same thing at all. So try thinking about it like this. The now is the space, the container. Your thoughts, your emotions, the sounds you're hearing right now, the things you see, all of that stuff is the content that's happening inside the space. But the space itself is always calm, always still, no matter how chaotic the content gets. So what this really means is that when you connect with the present moment, you're actually connecting with that deeper dimension of awareness itself. You're stepping out of the noisy, messy contents of your mind and into a place of profound stillness. And all of this, well, it leads us to the ultimate takeaway. Connecting this whole idea of the present moment to your deepest, truest identity. We tend to define ourselves by the content of our lives, right? Our job, our personal history, our wins and losses. We walk around thinking, I am my life story. But what if that's a huge misunderstanding of who we really are? This is such a powerful declaration to sit with. Think about it. If you can observe your thoughts, then you can't be your thoughts. If you can feel your emotions, then you can't be your emotions. You are the awareness that is conscious of all these things. So your true identity, at its very core, is that formless, timeless space of awareness. You're the silent witness to the entire movie of your life. You are the consciousness that allows everything else to even exist. And that's the realization that brings you home. When you identify with the timeless present moment, you find your true, unchanging self, that simple, profound feeling of I am, which was there long before any story got attached to it.
And with that, we want to leave you with one last, provocative question to really chew on. In that little gap, that space of silence between this thought and the next one, in that moment of pure presence, who are you?